my Gen 6 Slash and how I think it's kind of a wonder bike, and it makes me a more competent rider than I know I am. I am doing kind of a quasi midterm review of my 2024-25 Slash Gen 6 9.8 mountain bike that I've only ridden a handful of times now because I had some health issues, some eye issues, so a little bit of everything issues. But let's get going and I'll talk to you about it while we're on. So first things we should talk about on this bike is it's mostly stock. Need a custom little personal touches to it, just through some colors, tire choices and whatnot. But other than that, this bike is just a straight ripper out of the box. Now I know that this isn't the type of trail that this bike really belongs on by any means, but it's what I got. It's what I got here local for right now. And you know, I wanted a bike that I could take everywhere. So let's talk about just who this bike is for and kind of what it does real well at. You know, when Trek called this a battle axe of the backcountry, I don't think they were lying. This bike is tremendously good, tremendously fun to ride, and it does a lot of things really, really well. Descending being the primary course of action, but what it also does is corner really well. It has a unique feel to it that when you push into a berm or into a flat corner and pump it, it actually accelerates you through the other side, which is different than any other bike that I've had. And I've rode Horselink, modified Horselink, DW, BPP, the whole 9 yards. This bike just does what it's supposed to do really well. So if you're looking for, you know, that bike that you can take out on a park lap, about a little bit of everything, consider a Trek Slash Gen 6. They're not the cheapest bike out there, but they're by far not the most expensive. But what I do feel is that you get a really good selection of parts, a really, really good selection of everything that makes this bike just an overall good buy. Now, I did get this bike from the Bike Lane out in Reston, Virginia, and if you're looking for a shop to help you with any of your Trek or just bicycle needs, look no further. It's a family-owned shop, brewery, cafe, great bikes, great people, great little environment that I would say you can't lose by going to. So while we're talking about fun out here, this is a section of the trail called the Luge, which is probably my favorite one out here at Lake Fairfax. little tight in there. Here we go, a little leafy, a little everything in here today. This is where I like that Eagle transmission. You can just drop gears under power and it just does its thing. Ah, the water. And we go this way. Into the forest we go.
Yeah. Right on.
All right, what was your guys' names?
I'm Adam.
Adam.
Steven.
Steven, I'm Jeff. Nice meeting you guys.
Nice to meet
I
you.
work at Bike Lane on Saturdays. That's my...
Is that the bike shop?
Right off the trail, yeah.
Okay, nice.
And I don't know if you guys enjoy or are purveyors of fine beer, but they brew their own beer there too.
Well, we were just talking about it.
Oh, that's where I'm heading back to. I'm friends with the owner, but yeah, swing in there.
So
they have.
It's a bike shop and a brewery?
They,
or are they
yeah,
two separate establishments?
They're one establishment.
Oh, cool.
They brew all their own beer in there too, which is kind of cool. So you're not just drinking like Yingling, you know what I mean? And it's all the beers like bike themed. It's a cool little place.
Sounds like a
I'll
cool
have to
shop.
check it out.
It's really cool, and it's right off the. It's literally, you know where Michael Faraday the parking lot is?
Yeah.
It's if you go to the W&D and make a left, it's like 200 yards up the road, and then there's that little cut that goes up.
It's called Bike Lane?
The bike lane, yeah.
Okay.
You're like, oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Hey, have a good ride, guys.
Nice
Yeah, no worries.
Have a good one.
Steepish, technical climbing, routes and whatnot on this high pivot wonder bike. And I've never done it on this one before. My Fuel EX did it really well, but I was in way better shape a year ago. So that's the cheer line. Let's see what we get here. Made that one. This bike has a ton of traction. See what we get here. No problems at all on this bike. And here comes the best part about riding the bike. Well, not really the best part, but it's a big part of it for me. Post-ride beverage. So that was it, a quick tour of Lake Fairfax with some narrative about my Gen 6 Slash and how I think it's kind of a wonder bike. And it makes me a more competent rider than I know I am. Gives me a little confidence and gives me that little extra feel of magic carpet ride, especially out of the rear end. So look for more tunes or more things about this bike in the coming future, but every review you've read about this bike, about it being a spectacular bike, it's absolutely true.
Out of the corner of my eye, I can
Thank
see
you, sir.
It, I'll experiment with it, see if I can get it to lay up properly.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'll get out of your way.
May I have another helmet?
Coming right up.